Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days to revise and extend their remarks and include extraneous material on the subject of my special order.
Objection.
You know, I feel like a broken record, talking about the invasion of our southern border over and over and over again, but it continues to get worse day by day again. And when we have a president and an administration who does not take the crisis seriously, someone has to talk about it. And we need to talk about it. We need to speak about it until we get it fixed. From day one, Joe Biden has completely and utterly neglected his duties as President of the United States to enforce our rule of law and protect the national security of our great nation. It is truly shameful. From day one, Joe Biden abandoned strong and effective border policies put in place by President Trump that had our border nearly totally under control. From day one, Joe Biden and his administration created this crisis. This is a crisis of their own doing. And Democrats have no one to blame other than themselves as to why thousands of illegal migrants come to our border daily, and ironically, some of them actually wear Biden T-shirts. And you know, to make the border crisis even worse, and it's hard to believe that you could make it even worse than it could be, but the radical Democrats are now using elementary and secondary schools to house these illegal immigrants. It's shameful. There's absolutely no way to know the backgrounds of the individuals, yet Democrats find it appropriate to provide shelter for these migrants in children's gyms, auditoriums, and school places. Why do Democrats continue to put our children at risk? As if trying to indoctrinate our children in the classroom isn't enough. As if it's not enough to see what they're doing and trying to affect the relationship of parents and their children in the school when parents are concerned about education. And God knows how long they will be sheltered at these school campuses. Democrats show time and time again that they are not committed to protecting the American public and that they care more about the illusion of appearing compassionate, when in reality, they are neither compassionate nor competent. Democrats cry that it's a political stunt when 40 migrants get flown to a sanctuary city or their luxury vacation island. Yet when our border states and our towns are overrun by this engineered crisis, there is no concern on their part. It's completely okay. It's okay for you. It just isn't okay for us. And it's also okay to Democrats that migrants are being held in places where there are virtually no bathrooms or sanitation facilities. So much for compassion, so much for caring, so much for the good of the country. This is hypocrisy at an astronomical level. Unlike Democrats, Republicans are committed to protecting your children and will be voting this week to highlight and condemn this insanity. Once again, we will fight the fight. Enough is enough. It's time to protect our children. It's time to bring our country back home. I thank my fellow colleagues for being here tonight, and I yield. And let me